No, Mikey?
He'll be later.
Hey, that was quick.
What a great intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not playing.
Hey,
right.
what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Grubby?
You're watching fucking Inebriation. I don't know what show this is.
You are.
Oh, 50 fucking 9.
Number 59.
59. So, big fucking snowmageddon going on. Fucking outside.
Oh, shit. I think inside.
I think we have like 8 feet of fucking snow. It's supposed to snow for another fucking day or something.
It looks like 8 feet out there.
I know. I walked to the deli at fucking 12:30 and I had to be a foot then. So
I was going to go outside. I looked out the window and I went, screw that. I'm not going to walk through that.
I stopped going outside because the snow drifts kept. So I had to keep like pushing my door open and shoveling snow to have a butt. So I was like, fuck this. I'm hanging out the bathroom fucking window and smoking now. I was like, I ain't going outside anymore. Fuck
That's
this.
the way to do it. Yeah, screw the snow, man. I'll stay inside and drink.
Yeah, I'm also tossing around the idea of finding a neighborhood kid here. Here's $50. Shovel my shit.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? It'd be worth the fucking $50 for me, man.
You gotta go out and find that neighborhood kid, though.
I know that's the fucking problem. I gotta find a neighborhood kid. Yeah, most of them don't even leave the fucking house anymore.
Say, call the bar, ask if there's any drunks there that want to come shovel you out.
Yeah.
Say you'll buy a round.
Yeah, buy $50, man. You can drink on me. Just shovel my fucking shit out.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. So what else is new?
I don't know. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Once Chuck joins us, we'll start talking about it.
Yeah.
But Chuck had to go walk the dog.
I think we're going to have Howard from Megabyte Events on.
That's true. And Mikey Bones will join us again later on.
Yeah. Fucking the Boogie Buzzard. The Boogie Buzzard is keeping the village green and Bud Lake safe for humanity.
Yeah, he's out working his 3 days out of the year.
Yeah, it's 3 days out of the year. Just happens to be like one big long day for him.
I know.
I'm going to take a beating this week because it doesn't look like I'm going to work all fucking week.
See, tonight was supposed to be my last night, and they closed the plant. So I'm like, oh, good. I didn't want to go in anyway.
Yeah, people don't eat M&Ms that bad, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to shovel myself out and then try to drive to work, and then get to like my back hurts. I can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck
right,
that, man.
Yeah. So what are you drinking, man?
I'm drinking from Fort Nonsense Brewing Company in Denville, New Jersey. Full Effect.
That's a nice looking can.
This is like actually the lowest alcohol beer I have. Everything goes up quite a bit from here, and this is 6%. So I think the next one I have is an Abominable Snow Monster. That's 10.
Oh, wow.
And then I got a couple of 13.3 bangers.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah, you're definitely not going to work tomorrow.
No, I ain't working tomorrow anyway. Fuck that, man.
Not too big of 13% bangers there.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one this afternoon, and I took a nap afterwards.
Yeah, I had one when I got off work this morning. Had it in the shower, and then I passed out in bed. I woke up at 1 o'clock. Like, I need another one, so I had another one. But now I'm really drinking. Tell you what I got here. I really enjoy this one. I got a Twisted Monkey.
Oh, okay.
From Victory.
Yeah,
it's a Belgian style blonde with mango. So it has 5.8 alcohols. This is a very chuckable beer. I could keep drinking this.
I thought that was one of those like the fucking Victories that we had over here. That fucking you guys brought over there were like 9-10%.
Oh, when Steve got it and he goes, "Oh, this is like drinking 2 beers." Yeah. No, this is 5. This is 5.8. It's nice and smooth. Really a nice mouthfeel to it.
Yeah.
Got no head on it when I poured it. Just came out like that.
Yeah, I went down to Fort Nonsense on Saturday. Took a ride down with Janine. So,
oh, nice.
They were glad to see me. They were like, "Hey, when we coming on the show?" So,
well, let's have them on.
So we'll get them on because they're going to be in AC. So we're going to try to tie it into that. So
why don't we go there and do the show?
Well, we could, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Fort Nonsense and do the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we owe them another visit.
Well, at least me and you. Chuck could be home.
Oh, yeah, true. Come on, Chuck. You should come to the show.
But just keep in mind, Tim, when they want to do a show, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning on a fucking Saturday or Sunday.
And they start and they start loading you up with like 11%ers at 9 in the morning.
All right. Well, I'm getting a hotel room in Denville then.
Yeah.
Find myself a Denville Airbnb.
Yeah.
Just bear with me, guys. If you see why I'm like staring off at other screens and stuff, it's because I'm still trying to finish work.
Oh.
Yeah. Terrible.
I thought you were done with work for the day.
So did I.
It's a snow day, man. Why don't you take the day off?
Tell them you couldn't get to work because of the snow.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to work. Snowing.
My commute's treacherous. My commute is treacherous.
I was stuck in the garage.
Yeah.
I don't have Wi-Fi there.
Well, I was snowed in, so I didn't go buy any beer. So I'm back to beers I've already had. I'm on the Spring House again, the stack of flapjacks.
All right.
And it still tastes like flapjacks.
Nice.
It's still good.
So how much? How much snow do you got, Chuck?
I got.
If we have 8 feet here, you got to have 10.
Yeah, I got snow coming out of my ass.
No, it's a fucking.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind snow. I don't mind snow that bad. I just don't want it all at once.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will be it for the year, but it's like 3 days of hell.
It's not it for the year. There's more in the forecast for the end of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, God. fucking great. Here's the snow.
Yeah.
So
Here's the fucking
Mikey's,
stuff.
Mikey has his class, so I think he gets off at 9:00.
Yeah, he does.
So
So he'll
There
join
you
us later. All right. What do you want to do? You want to talk about something we got coming up?
yeah, I'm going to talk about something we got coming up. I'm going to actually bring Howard on, and
Cool.
he's going to talk about stuff we have coming up too, and stuff he has coming up.
Nice.
Oh wow, I'm live now.
Howard,
Hey, Howard.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
All right, cool. I'm not.
We can hear
I'm not
you.
used to this, CNN, Fox News interview thing here with
yeah,
you guys have. So, but this is important news as opposed to what's going on in the real world. So,
exactly.
True.
We're not used to it either.
Nah.
but I was listening to you guys in Q, and the snow is crazy now. We're all like around the same age, so we remember growing up. We got this every week. You get like a snow after snow after snow after snow. And I was really cool with global warming until this year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Thankfully, free trips out there. The new snowblower that usually the jinx is when you put it in the garage, you don't have to use it.
Yeah.
But we cracked it out this year, so thankfully we should be okay. So down here in Somerset County, which is about 2.5 feet. So
Well,
Yeah,
I'm in.
that there's like heavy bands of snow and shit going through there. That's what I've been seeing all day.
I drove home last night. I was playing in a poker league and drove home yesterday afternoon. And just when you got around the Bridgewater Mall, 287 was crap, and I'm like, oh, it's already this bad, and this is just the teaser rounds of snow. And let's be honest, it lived up to what they said it was going to be. So
Yeah, it did.
I'm looking for a local fucking kid so I can pay him $50 to shovel my stuff.
Yeah.
It got to a
$50
certain
my
point. I
ass.
was like, "Fuck this! I ain't doing this."
you know what I mean? Hey, $50, fuck you, 150.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, exactly. It's worth 100 to me to get
You
some
know-
fucking kid to do it.
Yeah.
Capitalism is dead when no one's coming out trying to renegotiate.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Fucking
no.
kids don't even leave the house, man. We would have been out playing all day.
Oh, well,
Right?
that's the old joke. What's the old joke? When we were growing up in the 80s and the 70s, parents didn't care. We came home with scratches, didn't ask where'd you get
Yep.
the bruise from.
Yeah.
You just went out, oh, it's getting dark, time to come home. Another half hour, then you walk in,
Yeah.
throwing rocks at each other, playing rock tag.
Yep.
You know,
Well,
Then you get older. The cops beat you up. You come home. Your parents ask what happened. Say the cops beat you up. They're going, "What'd you do?"
What did you do?
exactly. Yeah.
Not like, "Oh, the cops hit you." It was like, "What did you do?"
Now you walk
You know.
outside and it's like 30 questions. Oh, I'm sorry, I farted outside. Go to your room. You're not supposed to do that. So it's really bad.
well, I'm digging the new neighborhood. The neighborhood kids they've been outside playing all day. So
Well, that's good. Every once in a while, listen, for the amount of shit they've been dealing with in the last year, not
Yeah.
being able to do this stuff, and a lot of school systems didn't give a snow day today. So to allow them to go play in real snow and have some fun, God bless them, because every once in a while we're kids at our age, but when you're that age, you should be allowed to be a kid.
yeah.
Exactly.
So Howard,
Yes, sir.
Tell us what you got going on, man. You got some stuff upcoming here.
It's listen, after being COVIDed so much last year, and we have so many fun things planned at Megabyte and with our other partners. But what I really want to talk about, as opposed to the food truck festivals and everything else, we are planning for 3, not 1, not 2, but 3, or they say in 3, depending how you are, beer festivals in 2021. You guys we loved having you at Oktoberfest at Raceway Park.
Oh, we had a blast, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys were.
That was great.
You guys were definitely part of the attraction. It's like, oh, person, come here, talk. Oh, hot chick, come here. Oh, you have food. Where'd you get that? So you guys were definitely the talk. You guys get interviewed yet? I'm overhearing as I'm walking around. All those guys doing the radio show over there. Oh, you got to go over there. So,
we are an attraction of sorts.
yes, lowercase a. But it was such a great event, and again, great. Thank you for all your help and your support being able to promote it, because you guys have followers and they listen to what you say. God bless them. I don't know why, but they do. And we had so much success. We decided
We're like the Jim Jones of podcasts.
if they come out with a Kool-Aid beer, then we're in trouble. But we're the first beer festival of the year, I think, across the board, is our event on May 22nd called Springfest, Beer and Wine Festival back at Raceway Park. And if I'm not mistaken, it's 2 weeks before Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of be like a teaser event since, and God bless the guys at AC that were able to kind of pivot and do what they have to do to make the event happen this year. But our goal, except for this year, is to eventually have the largest outdoor beer festival in New Jersey and make that consistently. So, tickets are on sale, and a lot of people who bought last year are already purchasing again, which is great. Some new exciting vendors are going to be there to selling some stuff, some different activations. But we're really excited. I mean, all the beer guys that were there last year have all signed up, and we've added about 10 more. And our goal last year, our goal was to have 25 breweries. And unfortunately, 4 of them called me within 36 hours of the event and say I couldn't make it because of COVID. One guy was sick, one guy's wife was sick. Some of the staff members came down, tested positive. So the Brain Trust and I got together and said, listen, we got to make sure we get 30, 35 people committed to this event, because you're going to have cancellations, things are going to come up. And so we're shooting for 30, the 35 local breweries. All of them are going to be from the tri-state area. That's the target at this point. And Fort Nonsense has not gotten back to me yet, so we'd love to have them there.
Yeah, I talked to them Saturday. They said they weren't on that. They were going to be at AC. So
okay, which is fine. God bless. Pick and choose. Yeah. And then we're coming back in Oktoberfest Part 2, October 16th at Raceway Park. And then, God willing, we'll be able to go inside to do a beer festival. And I'm planning one on December 18th at the Morristown Armory, which is going to be the holiday beer and wine festival. So I'm rolling the dice, because a year and a half later, if we can't have an event inside, then, blood's running through the seas, frogs, locusts, all the Moses stuff is going to happen. So just mail it in. So it's going to be a real exciting year, just getting New Jersey craft breweries out there and getting people to sample. And hopefully, because the whole idea is, I love this, where can I get it? Go tell your liquor store, go tell your restaurants, because we'll have restaurants again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go tell your bar, because we'll have bars again, because it's an election year, so shit has to open.
Sure.
Murphy, can I say that out loud? Make someone laugh. So we're really excited. So it's going to be fun.
B's not here, so you can say Murphy without him having.
See, Dropkick Murphy's fine, but not Governor Murphy. It's all different types of Murphys.
Yeah.
After the Oktoberfest, Angry Dad kind of exploded.
Glenn's nuts.
After that.
Glenn is absolutely nuts in all the good ways.
I mean, the bar that I live behind has it now.
When I met Glenn 2 years ago, I'll say 2 years ago, back in 2018, early 2019. And we were doing a food truck festival with a local bar, and they were serving, whatever they were getting from High Grade or Peerless, whoever it was. And they brought Angry Dad out. And the first time I met Glenn, he brings the trailer and everything else. I was like, oh, this is pretty good stuff. And I've just seen him and talked to him multiple times offline. I'm going to get this brand going. I want people to see what's Angry Dad and just build this brand. And the beer came second. And as it turns out, the beer is great. I love it. Yeah. And he is a marketing machine. I mean, he's all over the place, and he's insane in all the good ways you can have. So Angry Dad was great. Seven Tribesmen was a new brewery. It just opened up last year, and they had that paprika flavored beer, and I was in love with that.
Good. That was really good.
I said to the guy, I said, "Where can I get this so I can cook my brisket in it?" It tasted so good. It was like perfect. Yeah. And there was a couple and the guys from Montclair. Those guys, Denise and her husband, are just absolutely.
Denise and Leo are
Leo is just
they're on the planet.
Oh my God! And they just said, I have 4 beers here. I thought, what do you need? Whatever you want to bring. And then he said he came up to me at the end of the event, and again, salt of the earth people. He said to me, "I can't believe you did it." And I'm like, what I do wrong? And he said, "You put together a beer festival during a pandemic." And he gave me a hug, And he's like, I can't wait to do it again. This was awesome. Thank you for giving us an opportunity. And I was like, no, thank you for being here. We oversold. We sold more tickets than we thought. We ran out of cups. So thankfully, from one of the other events that we had to cancel last year, I still had the cups. We used those. We just sat back at the end of the day, and I was like, wow, we pulled this thing off. I mean, there were issues and problems, and we handled those, and we're addressing what they were. But the first time you do an event, especially,
those are going to happen,
and especially in the pandemic, because you wear your mask and no one's wearing a mask, all right, whatever, but there's so many things going on.
Well, for the most part, I seen people were wearing masks. Nobody was jamming up against anybody.
No, second session was a little bit crazier, but
okay. We weren't there for that one. So
first session was great. Weather was great. People were doing what they were supposed to do. The food trucks were jamming. The bands were doing great. Bless you. It was just it was an absolutely great day, and having you guys there really added to it. And I loved the flavor, if you will, that you guys put on there, and getting the breweries, getting Dave from Climax and those guys on the air with you were and Dave's great. I'm telling you,
Dave is great. He was great.
Yeah. This time we'll do our best to get more people on ahead of time too. The pandemic really kind of screwed up our normal routine as it did everyone else.
Yeah.
This time we'll hopefully be able to get some guys on, get to the breweries and have them on the show at Raceway Park, which is.
I mean, last year was so tough because especially in the restaurant world, because nothing was open until mid-June, right? And then it closed again. And then you had all these different rules, and the breweries were like, I don't want to open, get in trouble. So no one really knew what to do. So then the outside stuff happened. It's so much worse in so many different ways today with all the things going on with COVID, but we're doing 10 times more things than we did when we weren't allowed to.
Right.
So as we get closer in the spring, in the warm weather, and more vaccinations and more this, because my mortgage payment's based on this thought process, that the more we get into the year, the more like 2019 and the less like 2020. I mean, 2019, not 2020. And by the time we get into the fall, especially, I hope to put, 2,000-3,000 people at Raceway Park. I mean, we have the space.
Oh yeah.
So,
Definitely.
I mean, it looked like nobody was there purposely because we had to spread things out so much. We have room for 50 vendors. We have room for 100 different tables and tents where we can put them back to back to back instead of 20 feet apart like last year. But I would be remiss if I didn't plug where to buy tickets for the sake. And ask you.
Yeah.
And I developed your own discount code just for inebriation people. So it's etownracewaypark.com. etownracewaypark.com. Just scroll down, hit the big red logo. And when you go to the website to enter your tickets, just do BREW15, BREW15, and you'll save 15% on your tickets.
Oh, nice.
And this year we are tier pricing. So the prices are going to be $65 right now for full price at each session, no VIP, until March 1st. And then as of March 1st, they're going to go up $5. And then by April 1st, May 1st, it's going to go up again another $5. So we're going to tier price it a little bit this year, but the discount codes are going to be all over the place at different places. So, these are never going to expire. So have it, remember it, play this back, episode 59, and get your discount code. But if you miss it, you'll see digital advertising. You'll hear stuff from our radio partners, that press communication on the radio stations as we get closer. So it's going to be a fun day. And just to give you a tidbit, let me pull the page up. These are the people that we got so far. Tom at Ghost Talk, Seven Tribesmen, Vignetti Wines, who had the longest line all day, was the wine guy.
Yeah.
Angry Dad, Twin Lights, Ashton Brewing, Tom's River, Cypress, Climax, Montclair, Jersey Cyclone, Jan's Awesome, Blue Point, Untied, Spellbound, 902's coming to the party this year. New Jersey Beer Company, Belford, Raritan Bay, Four Cities coming back, Old Heights, Elementary's coming to the party this year. Big Man's Brew is new. Ross Brewing is new. Alternate Ending is new. So we're adding all these new people to the party, and we still have another 5 or 6 that are waiting to get back to us in the next month or so. So we're really excited. And we're hoping to sell, this year we're trying to get, 1,500 tickets sold, which I think should not be an issue because we still don't know what the governor's going to say. But
Right.
I'm assuming the same situation as last year for May and then just blow it up once the summer kicks in.
And what's the website again?
etownracewaypark.com. Or you just Google Raceway Park and click on where it says their website and scroll down and big red semicircle logo, Springfest Beer Festival. Click on that. They'll give you the list of the beers that are there. Click here to buy tickets. It shows the tier pricing, so no one's going to get sniffled on why the prices go up. Well, it's all there, so because someone will always be that guy. But hopefully, again, I want you guys there if you can both sessions, so you can I can see you just decay as the day goes on.
Yeah, let's do both sessions this time.
We decayed pretty good in 4 hours.
Oh, I
But
know.
it's cool, I'll tell you. At night, when they threw the lights on up and the whole thing was lit, and it was like an absolutely awesome situation. We had some friends of mine took some drone pictures of the stuff at the night session with all the lights on Raceway Park, and it was awesome.
Nice. Yeah. And if you can also just go right to inebriationbeercast.com and there's a link there that'll take you right to the ticketing site as well.
Yeah. So and put on their Brew 15 for your guys to
That's
save
right.
15%. So
Definitely. Brew 15 will be your discount code. So anything else you want to plug before we let you go enjoy your snow-filled evening?
yeah, I get to have my smoked old fashioned after a day of shoveling. I bought a smoking gun, so I'm going to be smoking the old fashioned before I drink it.
Oh, nice.
How does that work? You
well,
put it in
yeah,
there? You put
yeah,
it
well,
in
we
there?
should
I have a
have
lid.
had you do that live on the show.
Yeah, right.
The week before we have to press this. So, because I don't have any craft in the house, so I'm going to have the bourbon. It's a little lid you put on top of the rocks glass, and you shake the pole into the little, and it just fires the smoke in there. It looks like a bong is what it looks like. And you just kind of flood that thing up for 5 minutes. And then kind of like that's why I said it, because that's what I before. And the house smells like hickory. It's awesome. And when you're drinking, you get this, I put a little cinnamon in there too. So I get a cinnamon and hickory kind of flavor with the bourbon and
Nice.
the simple sugar. It's good stuff. I got a full year of food truck festivals. 90% of them are going to have beer. A lot of times it's going to be our friends at Ghost Talk and Seven Tribesmen doing some co-promotes with us. Go to megabyteevents.com. Check out our schedule. We're currently updating it on a weekly basis. Follow us on Facebook. There'll be new events and new things coming up between Wayne and Paramus and Morristown. New Jersey Cornhole Festival this year. We're doing a combination Cornhole Festival and Food Truck Festival in August. So we're trying to give people what they want. It's not just food trucks. It's not just beer. People have horrible times in life. And we just want to have them have some place to go for fun for 3-4 hours to forget about how shitty things are, and then have a couple of drinks, have some food, have a good time, go home. Oh, wow, I got to mow the lawn tomorrow. But while you're there, have a good time and enjoy yourself with your family. And stuff.
You get that day off.
Or a couple hours off. If you get a full day off, then God bless you.
Yeah.
But, again, you guys, I can't thank you
If
enough.
I'm going to a beer fest, it's a whole day.
Oh yeah, well, dude, trust me. I'm there 13 hours. I gotta make sure I sober up by the time I have to drive home. But on a personal note, when you guys reached out to me a little more than a year ago, when I was attempting to do the Shamrock Beer Festival last March, you guys have been and Chuck has been so actively reaching out, seeing what's going on. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for your help. It's always hard to be a new guy in this business. That's new to me. Yes, I drink beer. Yes, I like beer, but learning the community has been an amazing learning curve for me, and having you guys involved has made the transition so much easier from corporate world into the world of being a carnival guy. So thanks a lot for that. I really owe you guys a lot.
No, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Howard.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. Here's my water. I'll cheers the water before I go drinking.
All right, man.
All right, guys. Take
Howard,
care.
you're welcome on whenever you want.
You got it, man. Take care, guys.
All right, have a good one.
man.
Howard. All right,
That was
Howard
nice.
from Megabyte Events.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
become a friend of the show. You know.
yes.
Yeah.
Look up Megabyte events, and you'll see you pretty much got a year's worth of shit planned.
Yeah.
If you want, there's no excuse to sit home. There's always something to do.
No, he's hustling, man. He's always between the food trucks and the
his
food
events
truck
are his events are well run, man. Very well run. You know, orderly, fucking spot on, man. You know, so it's not like some free for all shit shows like we've been to, but you know,
I'm saying as if I've actually been to one because
We were at it.
the only one that he's had since everything got shut down was the one right after I moved up here, and I couldn't go to that one. So, but I'm looking forward to Springfest at Raceway Park.
See, that's where we need Steve, man.
I know. Raceway Park.
I know. I keep including him. You know, I don't. It's his
Maybe
call.
he'll join in again one day.
Yeah. It's up to him.
He had people at the Oktoberfest asking him to say that.
Yeah, it's true.
Because they heard him say it when they were walking by. They're like, say it again.
Yeah. So what else is going on, man? We got some stuff coming up.
We do.
We do.
Well, we have that. Obviously,
We
what
do.
Howard was talking about, and
We have that. That's in May, right? But then
we got my birthday coming up.
we got your birthday. That's next month. But we got stuff coming up this month.
But we
That's
got a
true,
road
yeah.
trip. We got a road
Yeah.
trip coming up.
We're going on tour.
We're going on tour.
Oh, by the way, Groby, this thing is delicious.
I mean, I thought it was. You know,
Yeah.
you got to say what it is because I didn't drink one or post it or on the show. So
This is Lucifer. I don't know if there's a brewing company on it. It says product of Belgium. Lucifer. I guess maybe Lucifer is the brewery. This has 8 alcohols in it. It's a
Doesn't
Belgian
taste like
ale.
doesn't taste
No.
like it.
No, it doesn't at all. I mean, that's dangerous because I could drink a ton of these.
That's like those Cape May nightmares, man.
Oh,
What is
Devil's
The
Reach.
Devil's Reach.
But man, it's a really nice Belgian ale. I mean, you see the head that I got on this here?
Yeah.
It was like that, and like it was thick. It was really good. So,
Yeah.
have you guys opened anything else?
No, I have to go get one, so I'll be right back.
I'm still working on the one I have. And Mikey Bones was in the chat.
Yeah, I
He
saw
said,
that.
Yeah, he's at school, and Boogie Buzzard's in the chat,
There he
he's
is. Oh, plow. He should be
texting.
plowing.
texting and plowing.
Oh, that's dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Oh, these are going down really smooth tonight. This is great. But I got an idea for a new segment on the show.
Oh yeah.
You Google "drunk Florida man," and the first story that comes up, or the funniest story that comes up, you go ahead and read it.
All right. Yeah.
I think we should have guests do that. When guests
Yeah.
come on, we go ahead, Google "drunk Florida man" or "drunk Florida woman."
Yeah.
Oh, we can change it from time to time. We did Arizona last week, and we had great ones.
Yeah. Or what's that other rock? Someplace down in South Carolina, I think it was.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So, but yeah, we do. We have coming up quite a bit of stuff this month.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me pull up the old website here, and I can bring up the calendar so I don't tell anybody the wrong thing. But February 19th, we don't have anything booked yet for the 19th, but that's when we're leaping it, we're jumping
We're
in
gonna- We're going to start our drive.
we're gonna start our drive, and so
We should make Boogie Buzzard drive us.
we may stop at. He can't get a weekend pass
It might snow too.
Yeah.
now, so
Gentlemen.
we're heading down to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and
This is going to
we're,
be fun, man.
Yeah. So we're
Amish Ubers, all the breweries.
yeah. So we're gonna start off. So
We're gonna go-
far,
We're gonna go
Unless-
churn some butter and churn some beer.
Yeah.
unless we book something for that Friday night, we're starting off on Saturday, February 20th. We'll be at Mount Hope Estate and Winery, which is the home of the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair that they've actually been doing since the 80s. It's a big Renaissance fair, and within Mount Hope Estate and Winery is Mount Hope Winery, of course, and then Swashbuckler Brewing Company, Lancaster County Cider, and Spirits Distilling Company. There's also like a barbecue place in there, and there's all kinds of stuff going on.
So there's Amish pirates.
Yeah,
Well, I guess you could be. I mean, I don't think pirates have electricity or anything.
no, none of the pirates I've seen did.
Yeah,
But so we're gonna set up. They've got like I can't remember the name of the hall, but it's right, overlooking the wine tanks and everything. They're setting us up in like their ballroom, and
Okay.
and that way we don't have to keep getting up and going to these different places. They're going to come to us at our little table, and we're going to talk to them about. They have a beer festival coming up, so we'll talk to them about that. That'll be there on the premises, and we'll talk about the beer, the wine, the cider, the spirits, and that'll be. We're gonna get there around 11 o'clock. We'll start around 11:30 because we got to get out of there.
Because after that, we're having some more fun.
Because after that, we're going to Medusel Meadery in Lancaster, and they make mead and throw axes. So
Is that like their motto, their slogan? We make meat and throw
no,
axes.
their slogan is drink mead and throw axes.
Oh, that works.
So that is what we're going to do. After we leave the distillery, cidery, winery, brewery place, we're going to go to the mead place and throw some axes and drink some mead.
Okay.
And we're going to kick that off at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, so we will be there around 2:30 and get set up, and we'll be there until we're done drinking mead and throwing axes. And we'll be doing some interviews at all these places, doing our show. It won't be a live stream, but we'll put out an audio version, and then we'll clip in some of the best bits and edit them into our live stream. Then, because that's not enough,
And then
on Sunday, February 21st,
Sunday.
February 21st, we shall arrive at 10 a.m. at Our Town Brewery in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where we will drink beer and interview Our Town Brewery and talk about what they have going on there. They're real big in representing Lancaster.
chances are we're going to be pretty hungover when we're there on Sunday.
Nah, we're professionals.
Oh, yeah, but professional with, acting professional while hungover.
So, but we will be there.
Stickers. Oh, look at the sticker.
And we look forward to that. It's going to be brunch when we're there. So
if you run into us, you might get one of these.
that's right. So all you people out there, look for us idiots in Lancaster. It'll Mikey Bones will not be with us.
No, come on, Mikey Bones.
He's more than welcome, but
Yeah, just get a ticket, fly out.
yeah. So that's
I was looking forward to him dressing up as Jebediah.
yeah. Yeah.
You bring his wife, call her mother.
After that, we got it's tentative right now. It's pretty much penciled in for the Thames birthday, March 6th at Jersey Girl in
It's Hackettstown and Bud Lake. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's Bud Lake because it's not down the hill.
but the mailing address is Hackettstown for some reason.
Exactly.
We're penciled in for that day, and we'll confirm that later down the road. But should be a go. And then, of
Amen.
course, we've got Raceway Park. We have the Spring Fest. And then, just a couple weeks later, on stage,
AC.
the Inebriation cast and crew at the Atlantic City Beer and Music Festival
Come meet the cast and crew of Inebriation.
on the podcast stage.
We have little skits planned and shit.
Yeah. You guys are going to love this shit. That's the way this people start Google. Look
It's
like
gonna be a
Google
big-
drunk Florida man.
It's gonna be a big fucking puppet show. I'll be fighting and shit.
Oh, fucking great.
And drinking.
Oh, I'm already loving it. I can't wait for this.
Yeah. So who's got a drunk news story they want to read?
I think we all got a drunk news story.
Yeah, I got.
Forward
Wait,
it real
I
quick.
got to punch mine up on the phone.
We got to thank our newsman, Boogie Buzzard, for all of these.
Yeah, Boogie
Not
Buzzard.
for us.
Boogie Buzzard found all of our news for us, and he's pretty good because his news is actually current. Some of the stories we find are from like
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Usually I'm on break at work on midnight shift, and I find him. I'm like, oh, this is funny. Then I find out it's like 2012.
Yeah,
All right, what you got there, Grobe?
Something happened. There we
Yeah.
go. There's Boogie Buzzard at work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a fisherman.
What an ugly, handsome guy.
And while he's working, see what he's doing, Groby?
Yeah,
What?
he's texting and driving.
He's watching
Yeah,
us.
yeah. Yeah, he's driving a fucking snowplow, texting and driving.
Yeah.
I got a poll between the two of you here. This,
What's that?
that's Velvet Merkin Firestone Oatmeal Stout, or you can see that one, Conway's Irish Ale by Great Lakes.
Hey, Great
should I-
Lakes makes some good shit. I was in Stu and Dolly's on last weekend, and they just got a Great Lakes ale on tap.
All right, I'm going to open
So-
that one then.
All right, what I'm drinking now is I'm drinking this version of Three the Hard Way by Fort Nonsense Brewing Company. It's a hummingbird cake stout with pecan, cinnamon, allspice, banana, pineapple, vanilla, and lactose. This
Oh.
weighs in at 13.3.
Oh, you're already to the 13s.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
I think we missed the 10.
no, I drank one of the 10. I drank one of the 10s yesterday. So
All right.
I've been saving these 13s for today. So yeah. So this is their third anniversary beer. They made this. They made two different versions. I have another one I'll drink next, maybe. But yeah, hit up Fort Nonsense, man. Doing great things. So
Very cool. Chuck, what you got? You open something else?
No, I didn't open anything yet.
What the hell's wrong with you, man? Come on. You need the beer.
First
All
of
right.
all, I told you that I didn't go anywhere because,
I didn't either. These are just in my fridge.
and what I'm doing is I'm trying to promote the show now.
Ah, okay. Well, that works.
well, I'm going to read some drunk news.
Yeah,
All right,
how about
let's
you
hear
do that?
All right, this came from Boogie Buzzard. Drunk Hackettstown man, 41, ex-belligerent to nurse, throws phone at patrol car.
That wasn't me. I'm 10 years older.
According to Boogie Buzzard, it's one of your buddies. So it's somebody in
Oh,
your
yeah.
crew.
All right, let's find out here.
A 41-year-old Hackettstown man was intoxicated when he became belligerent towards a nurse during treatment of a head injury and threw his phone at a police cruiser. The man, whose name was not released, was found intoxicated with a head injury requiring stitches when officers arrived at a home for a welfare check on January 2nd around 6 p.m., Mansfield Township Police said. Officers took the man to the local hospital after he refused an ambulance and subsequently became belligerent, cursing at a nurse who started asking him basic questions, police said. The man then threw his phone at a police cruiser, intentionally bumped into a security guard, and pushed his finger into the officer's chest, authorities said. The man was arrested, taken inside for treatment, and charged with disorderly conduct. he was released pending an appearance in court. I was arrested in Mansfield once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was working for a ticket scalper, and they used to have that James Way there or whatever it was. And for some reason, they had a ticket master. So the guy sent a bunch of us there.
Janesway, wasn't that the captain of a Star Trek ship or something?
Yeah, I know. But so he sends like 10 of us there, and
Captain James Way Smurf.
to like get tickets for like it was like Billy Joel at the Garden or some shit. So there's like 10 of us there. There's nobody in the parking lot. So we're sitting in the cars, we're drinking, freaking smoking fucking reefer, all kinds of shit. A couple of us are standing up by the door. A fucking cop pulls in like 2:00 in the morning. Okay, what the fuck's going on here? So we're telling him, well, we're waiting for Billy Joel tickets. Now he's looking at all of us. He's like, you guys don't look like fucking Billy Joel fans.
Billy Joel's awesome.
We love Billy Joel. Meanwhile, I'm standing there. I got like a fucking mental abuse T-shirt on and shit. So,
only 80s Joel.
I got a similar story when you're done.
So they search us all, right? And there was 2 of us that weren't old enough to drink. Me and another guy. So we get arrested. And they confiscate the alcohol that was in the car that we were in. So months go by, we go to court, and we're there. And my mom had to bring me and my buddy to court. So we're standing there
at the Joel concert.
We got fined like $500 a piece, right? And then the court clerk goes, "Okay, sir, would you come with me? We have to give you your property back." And we're like, "Fucking property ain't talking about, right?" So me, my buddy, and my mom go walking down the hallway, and the lady hands us this fucking big bottle of Dr. McGillicuddy schnapps and 4 8-packs of Bud Nips. She's like, "Here's your property."
Wait, you got busted for schnapps?
You're the guys who weren't old enough to drink.
So we weren't old enough to drink, so they arrested us and confiscated it, and then they gave it to us back after they fined us.
Only in America, boys.
My mom was freaking out. If you were going to give it back to him, what did you arrest him for? She screamed at him.
Should have made him drink it all right there instead of charging $500.
I'm like, Ma, shut up. Ma, shut up. So
I got a similar story.
Let's hear it.
I was in this goes back to my younger years, back in the golden state of California.
What?
And I was in San Jose with an old friend of mine, and we'll call him Fred. Change the names. I'll only incriminate myself. But
I know Fred.
I don't know.
As long as the statute of limitations is up, nobody gives a fuck.
We decided,
or if they already served their sentence.
It was my friend Darren. So we were. It was my friend Darren. We were at the old Tower Records by the Wiener Schnitzel there on South Bascom Ave. Mikey might know where it is. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. But
I know what you're talking about.
We decided to take some acid.
Acid's fun, man.
That's acid. Yeah. But then we decided, well, we didn't really have anywhere to be or anywhere to go. So we started walking towards Darren's house, which, was probably about 35 miles away from where we were, but fuck it, So we start walking in that direction. And it was a straight shot. It was just about a 35-mile shot,
It's a very long walk.
Yeah, it's from San Jose to like the little town of Saratoga.
Milpitas or something?
No, not that direction. Opposite direction. Through Los Gatos, and then anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We're tripping, right? And we get like, I don't know, 10 miles into it and realize we don't want to do this anymore. But we don't have anywhere to go. So like we're trying to get into like, laundry mats or anything, just someplace to go chill out because it was cold. I mean, California cold, but it was cold. And
like 60,
was probably
Yeah.
brisk 72.
Right. Yeah. So we're walking and we see this record store in right on the outskirts of Los Gatos, California. And there's all these people like camped out. And they're like grilling hot dogs and shit and drinking beers. And we're like, fuck, dude, let's go over there and see what's going on. Right. So we go over, like a couple of fucking, dudes and fucking Doc Martens and fucking, fucking dopey fucking hairdos and shit. And we go walking over to these fucking line of like, middle-aged people that, they were probably younger than I am.
I was going to say, they're probably younger than all of us.
Right. But we get over there. And
They're probably 30.
we start
35, these middle-aged fucks.
So we start scoping it out and we hear them talking and they're waiting in line because Yes tickets go on sale the very next morning. Right? Now, remember, you couldn't buy tickets to shit on there was no internet back then.
No.
So
You're gonna go online. You had to get in line to get it.
right, you had to
Yeah,
get
nobody's
in
ever got a
line,
Yes
Yeah,
ticket
that was getting tickets online.
You're right.
in line. Yeah.
You waited.
So they're all camping out and hanging out. So we just walked over and got in line with them, right? And they're talking about Yes, and we're going, yeah, right on, fucking can't wait to get tickets and shit. And they're giving us hot dogs and beers, and we're fucking. So anyway, like 2 hours into this fucking hanging out, tripping fucking our brains out, like talking to these fucking, my buddy Darren fucking all of a sudden in this big crowd of fucking people just looks at me and goes, Chuck, like what? He's like, who the fuck is Yes? And they all looked like they wanted to fucking kill us. I'm because we're just hanging out, drinking all their beer and eating all their fucking food for free. We're like, I'm just hanging out, man.
That would have been a cool. That would have been a cool story. I got beat up by a bunch of prog rockers, man.
The saving grace would have been the LSD.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Mike Bones, what are you drinking?
So I brought two things. I brought a little bit of Isla Scotch and a little bit of KBS from Founders Brewing Company, Kentucky Breakfast Stout. So see the Scotch, classic normal stuff, 40 alcohols. And then the KBS here, which I'll crack in a bit, is
Like
there
10.
we go. It's 12.2 alcohol.
Well, okay.
Sure is.
It sure is. So I'm gonna have a cuddly Monday because
It's for breakfast.
I technically I'm still supposed to be in class, but I was like, dude, this is fucking driving me crazy. I gotta go. Bye. I'd rather be hanging out with you lumps.
It's occurred to me that Splatterhead and I have told quite a few stories about hallucinogenics on this show.
Yeah.
I'm not done. I'm not partaking.
We dedicated a whole show to that one day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't even think we talked about beer.
It was actually,
Well, I think we did until Potts left. Once Potts left, there was no more beer. It was all fucking drugs. And that was our most popular episode.
It was great.
Yeah, I've never partaken. I've read some rad stuff about psilocybin though.
I've never done that.
That's
mushrooms.
That's a very
that's
nice
what that
thing.
is.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
You're like,
It's a very nice thing. Considering you live in Arizona, that's a good thing to go out in the desert.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard because there's all the cows and stuff, and they straight up pop up. Like I've heard from, like, I had these girls that worked for me that one of them was like, "Oh, we used to get them all the time in high school. We just go out."
I think he was saying it's a good place to actually trip on the mushrooms.
It
Not-
is.
Go out
Well, that too probably.
not harvesting them.
Yeah, it is. But you're looking at just as the sun starts peeking up over the horizon, and you'll start seeing them pop out on the cow turds.
Because you gotta be careful just eating stuff off of cow turds.
Yeah, I mean that's a safe bet right there. That's like a time honored lesson. Like,
Well,
be careful what you eat off a cow shit.
I've eaten them on several non-consecutive occasions,
Like
You know what
and I'm fine.
You know what they say?
Flying is relative, Groby.
That's a gray area.
You know what they say? Everybody, and this is a public service announcement from Splatterhead. All mushrooms are good to eat.
I mean, they do say that.
Some just once, but
Correct.
Yeah, they all taste good.
they're all
Some
good.
of them might kill you. Some of them are delicious. Some of them make you shit your pants, and some of them make you trip balls.
But they're good to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to dry them, or can you just eat them fresh off the cow cuckoo?
I always dried them. We always dried them. See, we used to go to this big bluegrass festival in the
One
Catskills
of these
That
Cold-
sounds gross.
called the Rooney Fest, and
It sounded cool until you said the name of it.
Yeah.
the music was like bluegrass bands,
Love
you
it.
know.
Okay.
But the crowd was like a mixture of like deadheads, metalheads,
Wow.
and punk rockers.
Oh, I'm back in. Okay.
I'm back
And-
in it. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out.
So it was like this big mishmash of people, and there was cow fields all around. So as soon as you seen the sun start poking up, and you could look out in the field, you'd see all kinds of weird motherfuckers creeping around and shit, looking for piles of cow shit to grab the fucking shrooms. And they were
That
some of the best shrooms I ever ate was fucking out of that place.
That is wild. So, like,
Yeah.
they're just picking them up and popping them, or
Yeah, well, we got some. We took them out. We put them on the rocks by the fire, let them dry a little bit.
No rinsing off or anything?
What?
no spit. That's what spit's for, Chuck.
You rinse them off, right? Because
Yeah. We rinsed. Yeah, we rinsed them off, put them by the fire, let them dry a little bit.
because
I put mine in my. I made tea in the morning. So
Oh,
when
wow.
I made a cup of tea, I threw a big one in there, drank the tea, then ate it. Was off and running.
Holy shit! So I've read stuff where
My
they've done a lot.
ex-wife, my ex-wife has a hell of a story from Rooney Vest. But I'm not going to say that because she has
Is that
a
why she's
high-level
the
government
ex?
position.
Oh, there you go. Very smart. Very smart. I mean, that's why I have no experience with that stuff, right? Like, I did a career in the military, and then clearance and all that stuff. So you can't really dabble or partake. But like, I have read a bunch of stuff like going into getting ready for retirement, where they did a bunch of studies for like trauma, PTSD, other like mental health or psychological issues, where they say psilocybin or magic mushrooms are great for that because it's like a reset. Like you trip balls and that whole thing is weird, but like it's like a reset for your brain. And in micro dosing, they can combine it with like a therapy session so that like you, I don't know, experience your emotions and move the fuck on, which is
It's like
pretty cool.
whatever the county is that Boulder, Colorado is in, they legalize mushrooms there, but you can only get them through doctors and stuff like that for that specific reason.
Is that the same county Denver's in, right?
I guess whatever.
Yeah,
whatever that county is, but they use it that
We're gonna call it Kick-Ass County.
PTSD, anxiety, depression, all different things. They use like different micro doses of this.
and in Portland, you can just do any fucking thing.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
Portland, they're like, "Oh, you're depressed, bro. Here, shoot this up."
How are you gonna legalize heroin, dude? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Or no, I'm sorry, they didn't legalize, they decriminalized.
decriminalized. Yeah,
Yeah, but see, some of those, I'm like, eh.
That's
You
a
know what I
whole
mean? Like,
nother.
party drugs are one
That's
thing.
a
but,
whole
like,
nother. That's a whole
party
nother.
drugs
show.
are one thing. Heroin and fucking crack
That's a
and
whole
shit.
nother show, man. But they're
Yeah.
weird in Portland. They need shit like that.
Put a bird on it. Call it art.
I mean, those same people.
I'm against all narcotics except the ones that I've done.
The same people that were up there, the same people that were up there, like fucking, Trump and like burning shit down like a few months ago. Like the first thing they did after Biden got elected was fucking go back out and burn shit down again. It was like, fuck. And they're high. How can you be that? I've never been that pissed off when I was high.
No, I'm usually in a great mood.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably all fucking snorting meth and shit. If they're not pissed off, burning shit,
Yeah.
they're not doing heroin and they're not doing heroin, smoking weed or coke.
Oh
No.
yeah, dude, there's no way they're out
if they were
burning
doing
shit.
coke, they'd be all hiding in the doorways, chewing their lips, going, "You see him? He's over there
Yeah.
behind the dumpster."
I mean,
Hey, I
they
have
might
a
be
story.
hyped just
Yeah,
because,
they got
but
the
there's
message
no way
like,
they're on the edge
burn
doing
shit.
stuff.
Yeah,
reminds me of a story. No,
Ain't nobody seen nobody do this.
And they're
until they
obviously
burn
not on
shit.
heroin because they're not nodding off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
They don't have their dope hats on.
What you got there?
Ooh, Jersey girl.
Wake up and smell the coffee. This is what Chuck was drinking on the Christmas show.
Oh yeah.
It's the breakfast stout. This shit is fucking delicious.
Are we doing something thematic here?
I
got
think we
thematic
are.
Breakfast stouts?
I just had
I had to switch my glass so I could have this.
now I'm drinking one of my pale ales again because that's what I have. See,
Looks good.
Nice.
it tastes good too.
What's
I'm
the
drinking
mouthfeel?
It's wet.
I'm drinking a hummingbird cake stout.
Oh,
Oh my god. It
Do they
just
put
tastes
cake?
like alcoholic
Yes.
coffee.
When,
alcohol.
when Fort Nonsense makes a cake beer, they literally take like a cake this big and throw it right in.
Like a full sheet cake with frosting
Like
and
a
everything?
full fucking sheet cake with frosting. How you would eat the cake, they throw the whole fucking thing right in.
Do
That's
they take at least a bite? Because like I used to hate cake growing up. Like I just wasn't into cake. I was like, fuck it, I'll take a pie or something. But like I don't know why, but in my middle age, Chuck, like I'm down with some sheet cake, dude, with that nice cream cheese frosting filling.
Yeah.
Right?
All
They-
day, every day.
they
I was the
they,
same way, Mikey.
they get everything boiling and whatever. Like they make this red velvet ale, and they take two big fucking sheet cakes, red velvet sheet
Jesus.
cakes, icing and everything, and flop it fucking right in.
High gravity? It's
Yeah.
gotta be. All that sugar,
Yeah.
it's gotta be.
No,
dude.
I think that the red velvet is like maybe 7, somewhere around there.
Really?
Yeah,
It's gotta be with frosting and stuff, all that sugar.
yeah.
Or water. That's all.
They should just go steal somebody's wedding cake, just run into the ceremony,
Sure.
take it, bring it back, throw it in the. It's just,
It's fine. It's for beer.
This,
Stolen wedding
this one,
ale.
this one they made for somebody's birthday, and that's the cake she had. So they got these cakes and threw it in this stout when they were making it.
Well, nice.
Special birthday cake beer.
How many alcohols are in that one?
Yeah, how many alcohols?
13.3.
All right.
Ah, this is weak
That's
compared to
solid.
that. This is
That's
only 10.5. But it
12.2.
isn't. This is delicious, man. This is like, it's like a serious like alcoholic cold coffee.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
good. Now I have I conducted an interview over the weekend.
Oh,
You did what now?
I conducted an interview.
You conducted it, or you were like the interviewee because the police finally caught up to you?
No, I conducted it. I went.
so you interviewed the police.
No, wasn't the police. No. One of the. So our homebrew club had a contest that they did in conjunction with a local brewery, and yeah, the parameters were you had to use certain ingredients in order to, but you could make any kind of beer you wanted. So the guy that won did he did an IPA and he did a stout, an imperial stout, and the imperial stout won. And so what happened was the brewery then brought him in and they brewed his beer
Oh, nice.
on their system and released it at the brewery this weekend.
Oh, that's
And-
badass.
Yeah, it's a big fucking deal, right? So I went down there and on opening day when they tapped it and tried it out, and I sat down with him and did the interview, and I'm gonna plug it in right now while we just hang out and watch and figure out what we're gonna do next on the show.
Oh, cool.
Sounds like
Cool.
a plan.
All right, here we go. I think this will work. Nope. This. All right, this is Splatterhead from the Neighbor Nation here at Westtown Brew Works. And where are we? Westtown, New York? Is that the name of the town?
Westtown, New York,
Orange County,
Orange County,
one of the many Orange County breweries.
pretty far away from all highways.
Yes, yeah, it's we're on a farm for
Yes.
sure, and this has got to be like for you, Fred.
I would say this is probably a big fucking deal.
Yeah, it's a highlight of the homebrewing that I started several years ago.
Yeah.
And it's something that is really, really generous of the brewery to do. So, all the credit to Weston.
Let's tell people what the hell we're talking about. You know, I'll announce it before I play this part of the show. But Westtown, you entered a competition with with our homebrew club,
Yes.
Stucky Creek Homebrew Club. I didn't get to brew. I was in the middle of moving at the time, and it's you had to use certain ingredients, right?
Yeah, there were some stipulations with the grains and the hops that Westtown uses and utilizes.
Right.
They are a farm brewery.
And they don't want their equipment contaminated with outside, stuff, which is cool. And how many people participated, do you think, from the club?
So the club, I would say there were about 8 entries, but multiple entries from those 8. So,
Right.
Several beers.
And you won.
Yeah. I entered in 2 beers. I entered in West Coast IPA that they enjoyed as well. And there were a couple other beers that were close, but they ended up choosing the Russian Imperial.
Which they named Tsar Fred.
Tsar Fred, yeah.
Did you take part in the naming of that?
Yeah, I was going to call it. I had mentioned maybe we could call it Tsar of Westtown, but when they said Tsar Fred, I kind of chuckled. So I was like, "This is too funny," and I think we got to do it.
and you strike me as much more of a proletariat than an imperialist, but but it's a Russian Imperial, so we'll Tsar Fred's a great name.
Yeah, I could tell my wife I'm a king.
We did a side by side with your homebrew version.
Yes.
And the version that was done commercially here at Westtown, and it's cool because they're definitely the same beer.
Sure. Yes.
But there's subtle differences that you can pick up on, and I think that theirs is just maybe slightly smoother.
Yeah.
But they're both killer.
So the particular beer that we're drinking of my homebrew is actually has maple syrup in it, whereas the brewery beer doesn't. And I think the only really difference is that my beer is a little bit stronger. So the brewery's is 10%. Mine's around 10.8, almost 11. Right. So I think you are getting definitely a little bit more heat.
Right.
Up front might be a little noticeable. But I'll tell you, like, the appearance is spot on the same.
Yeah.
And the style of the beer is definitely right there. It's exactly what it should be. So kudos to Ryan, who is the brewer at Westtown, and Rich, who is also the owner and brewer. They did a great job replicating this beer. I did go down to the brewery and brew with them, and that was a great experience. So again, thank you to them and Steve at Stucky Creek who put on the competition itself. Steve
facilitated this whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, he is so vital to the local area and what we do, small business wise, and as far as like facilitating the actual homebrewers in this area. You can't ask for a better business owner and a better friend. So shout out to Stucky Creek.
Yeah, I will ditto that 100%. Stucky Creek homebrew is from the first time I walked in there, it was like a friendship. And joining the homebrew club's great, and getting to do things like this. I mean, how awesome is it to like have your beer brewed at on a commercial level, like from a 5-gallon batch of beer that you made And to be able to come into a brewery and order it at the bar is just insane.
Yeah, it's a passion project, and ever since I've gotten to know Steve and the Stucky Creek, we've been doing projects like this for a while, and it just hits the mark every time. It fulfills so many goals that I've had just from brewing and serving my beer to other people that I wouldn't otherwise be able to do, because I'm a teacher full time and I have no intention of opening a brewery. So
Right.
This is totally just a passion project.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So
You hear that? Fred is one of the few home brewers that, like, after brewing his first batch of beer, didn't decide he was going to open a brewery. Nope, he's keeping his day job. He's brewing beer for fun.
Yeah, it's all about fun for me.
Yeah.
And sharing.
Yeah.
Sharing your product is
That's
great.
the best part, right?
Yeah, because we all do this for the love of it. So that's the goal.
Yeah.
Is to be able to share that.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking part in Inebrination, the shit show of beer podcasts. Yeah. And anything you want to say before we bounce?
I do want to say that this Russian Imperial that was brewed is modeled after Old Rasputin, which is a kind of a Russian Imperial style beer that is like the head of the style. It's like it is the example, and I'm kind of like a tribute brewer. I brew beers that I'm inspired by, and so if I like it, I try to pay tribute to that brewer, to that brewer and that brewery that made that beer. So shout out to North Coast. Thank you for making great beer, and I'm going to continue to keep trying to brew those beers.
Nice.
those ones that are inspiring. So, and thank you for your time. This has been fun.
Good. Look forward to many more beers together and getting back together with the club when we can actually meet face to face.
Yeah,
Share beers again. But
we're getting there. We're on our way back.
when I saw that I saw the release happening here at Westtown, and I couldn't miss it, man. So
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, this whole
really cool.
This whole process has been really cool. So again, thank you to everybody that made this possible.
all right, awesome. All right, thanks, Fred.
All right, thank you.
Hey, what's up? That was nice.
Got to take a break.
I like that he gave some
Fred's-
love or
Fred's-
shout out.
Fred's a good guy, man.
Yeah, solid guy.
And Steve at Miss Stucky Creek is like one of the fucking finest human beings you can possibly fucking meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Mikey?
Oh, I was just saying, I love that he gave a little shout out to North Coast and Old Rasputin, because that is one of the that's like the staple, right? Like that's the litmus. If you're gonna make a Russian Imperial,
Right.
like that is the gold standard that you gauge it by, right? Like everybody makes all these beers now, and there's a ton of really good ones, but like fucking that is a staple for a Russian Imperial. So I'm mad respect for the dude for like throwing that out there and making sure he gave a little bit of props and love to really like one of the OGs for that style here. So that's
These guys know their beer shit, man.
yeah,
Yeah, they definitely do, man. You know.
Yeah. And I got to say, it was a tasty fucking beer that he
I like that he's like mine's actually a 10-8, but they because the state laws,
It's
you gotta
stronger.
you gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know what? With that though, and not trying to throw anybody in the bus, so I'm sure that they 100% like are above board and everything else, but you have to wonder, like occasionally, like let's pick a state that nobody gives a fuck about, like
Arkansas.
like a
Florida.
flyover, or
Arkansas.
Florida,
Arkansas.
Nobody
a
gives a
flyover,
fuck
right?
about
Like none of us are
Arkansas.
from there. We don't give a shit.
Nobody even
if you're
heard
a
of
listener and you're
Arkansas
from
until
there,
Clinton became president.
yeah. If you're a listener and you're from there, we fucking love you. Keep it up, but
Yeah.
fucking who gives a shit,
No.
right?
The only
So-
person that came from there insulted me, that fat fucking bitch. Fuck
Whoa.
her. jerk off on fucking Facebook.
Okay, well, we'll pick a different
That
state.
one!
Jeez
The
Louise.
bad review of Grovey.
Yeah, was it
All right,
cheap?
let's say Indiana,
Fucking
right? Lots of
cocksucker.
booze come from Indiana, right? They do a lot of distilling for a lot of distilleries actually. But let's say Indiana, right? So like, let's say you're a brewery in Indiana, and the Indiana state law is like nothing over 9.5 or whatever, right? And you brew a beer that's like a 10.5 or whatever, a 10.2, like Tim, you're drinking a 10.2?
I'm drinking a 10.5.
10.5. Let's say you're drinking a 10.5 or like Tim's drinking. And
I'm drinking a 13.3.
yeah, that's a hardcore one. But
Yeah,
like, let's
you're
say you're at a
just hardcore
10.5
motherfucker,
and the state rule is 9.5. Or what do? You're not gonna water down your fucking beer. You're gonna label it 9.5.
You gotta put 9.5 on the
You know
label.
what I'm saying?
Sure.
So then does the ABC or the TTB or the whatever the fucking thing is in whatever state you're in, do they come in and with the little either the fancy digital one or the dipstick and fucking measure your gravity?
What's in that?
If they don't have the original gravity, then they have no way of knowing.
No,
What
hey, that must have continued fermentation in the keg.
Because what it ends at doesn't tell you anything. You have to know what it started at.
Well,
So-
sure, but like,
so if
yeah, you
ABC
do your
comes
math.
in,
But like,
you
how
know.
do they? Yeah, like I'm just wondering, like how they regulate that, right? Like if they say,
I do believe the guys from Milk Street have told me that the ABC does have the power to do that, but it's
They have
something
the authority to do
they have
it.
the, yeah, they have the
They
authority
have
to
the
do that.
ability to do it. You know
But-
how bureaucracy
they,
works.
They-
they have the superpowers. They have
They
There's probably two guys.
they need to be.
However,
I mean, you need to be suspected of doing that.
right. So somebody needs to
Yeah.
stitch because I mean that means they show up with some sort of testing gear or whatever. Because
Yeah.
nobody has like a superpower where they're like, oh, my taste buds know numbers of alcohols.
Yeah.
Right.
But
but if
yeah,
somebody got
I've
pulled
always
over
wondered
and
that.
said, I only had one beer from that place and it was this percent, and it shows up, no, you drank a 15% alcohol beer. They're like, no, it didn't. That's not what it was advertised
Well,
as.
they can't
well,
exactly they can't tell that in a drunk driving test.
Well, that's what I'm
It's
saying. But
either you're drunk or you're not.
Yeah, there could be a liability thing, but
yeah,
like,
but if you're
yeah.
swearing, I only had this, I should be fine. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
they could bring up some kind of case and say, well, we got to investigate that. And they go in.
You're still
and they
going.
go,
You're still losing your license, bro.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're still
oh, yeah, I
fine.
know
So-
that.
Care what
you
the
might
cat
might be able to once you
They might
get your
think-
license back, you might be able to get a couple scratches to go to a different bar.
Yeah,
You, know,
They
you
might
might
think,
be
oh,
able to
look,
whatever.
This is the fourth time this has happened where somebody's saying they had something from this place. Maybe they're lying about what's
Yeah.
in their beer.
Yeah, I mean, because they will ask where you've been, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like
they
the
do.
only thing I'm saying is like from a just a purely like a business model standpoint, right? Like
Excuse me.
you're not gonna if you brew a beer and it comes out a little bit higher than you originally calculated and it's over the thing, you're not dumping, especially
No,
if you
you're
have a
not.
bigger system, right? Like if you're a homebrew guy, it's like one, you don't have to worry about that shit at all. But like even like at the nano brewery level, if you're like a 2-barrel, 3.5 barrel, whatever, or a smaller microbrewery at a 5-barrel system, you're not dumping all that, dude. We're talking
Hell no.
hundreds of
Hell
gallons
no.
of beer, dude, just because the fucking some jackhole that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about made a fucking arbitrary rule that says it has to be at this level. Like honestly, I think that shit's horseshit. Like and just in entirety, like that shit's stupid.
It
What you
is.
can do is say, hey, if you have a higher beer, you have to have a sale limit for like open canister, right? Like if you're gonna pour a pint or a tulip or a whatever,
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think a lot of a lot of breweries. I don't think that's a law in Jersey, but I think in Pennsylvania and New York it is.
Read the text, Roby. It's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think that's such an arbitrary ass fucking rule that like honestly, they can regulate certain things, but that one sucks dick because once again, like let's say you go way higher. Let's say the state limits like some of these flyover states or Bible Belt states were like you can't go over 7, right? So if you're like, oh, I'm gonna try to make a double IPA or a imperial stout that's still lower gravity, lower alcohol content, but still kind of meets the style and form, but you end up completely up
Yeah.
in the tenors. You know what I mean? Like that's
You
a
end
great,
up doing it correctly.
Well,
by
Mikey,
mistake.
Well, what I was
Right.
going to try to say with the laws is in Pennsylvania and New York, if a beer is over a certain amount of alcohols, and you're only allowed to buy one. Okay,
like
New
at
Jersey.
At the
bar?
liquor store.
At the liquor store you buy a 4-pack or whatever. But
No,
if
but
you're at the,
remember, the same rule applies in a liquor store. You can only in Pennsylvania.
yeah,
Remember, you had to make
But-
2 trips.
yeah.
What if you change the
But
size
But
of
I'm
what
saying,
you're
but I'm
buying?
saying, if they
You
sell
go
it
in
in
with your
4-pack,
beard, you come back with it shaved off. Oh, that wasn't me. That was my cousin.
No,
But
you're allowed to make multiple trips. You just can't buy it all at once.
but you could buy a 4-pack of like a 13% beer in Pennsylvania. But if you're at the brewery, they're only allowed to serve you one.
God,
You know,
there's no
and
incentive
New York,
to do that. Thing.
And New York, I think it's the same way. If you're sitting there actually in front of them and they're pouring a beer for you, you're only allowed one. In New Jersey,
somebody hasn't told. Some
No,
of the
I'm saying,
local
what if
breweries,
they
right?
change the size of it though? If they change the size to say
well,
it's an 8-ounce glass,
that's the way they get around it.
It was this big.
In New Jersey,
that's what she said.
In New Jersey, there is no law for that. But-
That's true.
but-
In New Jersey, there is no law.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
There's a
it
lot
is
of
fucking-
cops, but
It
But-
is Jersey.
And
Not much
Chuck,
law.
you left, Chuck. You left New Jersey.
the
It's like
breweries,
right over the line.
the breweries will serve you 13-ounce beers, but they'll give them to you in like 6-ounce glasses, 8-ounce glasses.
Oh yeah.
Some
They'll
don't
give
even
you
give a fuck. They'll just give you pints of it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I had that. So
You know,
I
They'll
don't
say,
know
I
if you
can't
guys.
give you that, but if you buy a flight of
You
all
know-
the same thing, here you go.
Yeah. But the breweries kind of
good
police
fucking-
themselves in Jersey.
I'm
You know.
stepping away for a
So-
minute. I'll be
Okay.
back. You guys
All right.
carry on.
Make a sissy.
Yeah, but the breweries police themselves in Jersey on that.
That's
type of
wild.
thing.
So
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I get it, like the tulip thing, and be like, okay, you can't do over 16 ounces or whatever. So I'm gonna do. You can get 2 8-ounce tulips, right? Or but Tim's workaround is fucking genius. I don't know if you guys heard
Right.
what he said, but just get a full flight, right? So
Yes.
a bunch of 4-ounce pours of
Of the same thing.
That super awesome thing.
Yeah.
Because now it's a flight.
This beer at Fort Nonsense, I think you got a 6-ounce pour.
Okay, yeah.
But there was
like-
no limit.
Yeah.
You only got 6 ounces at a time.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
so
because we're
like
in New Jersey. But if you went somewhere else and you said,
Yeah, if
they
you
have
were in
a flight-
Pennsylvania, you would only be able to get 1 6-ounce glass.
you guys
That's
gotta
it.
you guys gotta
But if I
Good.
say give me a
Yeah.
flight with all the same thing,
Sure.
yeah, there
that's
you
a
go.
great I mean, dude,
Yeah.
that's a great
Yeah.
like hack.
But some
you know what
but
I mean?
you know, some of these places might argue a flight is 4 different beers.
And you're like, yeah,
You
no,
know,
I want
that,
4
that's like the
different
pizza
of
places
that
out
one.
here.
I want
90
4 different glasses of that same beer.
I'll be
that's like the
goddamn, dude.
pizza-
If you're a brewery though, it's somebody's like, can I get a flight of all of that one? And they might look at you funny and then just be like,
Here you go.
you know what I mean? Because I don't
Are they really going to think about that? They're going to be like,
Well,
I think it's
like-
weird,
that's like
but they're like, hey,
unless
like
you
there's-
come in super
like the
douchey.
pizza places out here that say 99 cents a slice,
Mm-hmm.
but then they service a whole like a whole plain pie is like $9. So if you go in and order 8 slices, you know
Save the dollar.
you're saving
Yeah,
$1.
No, I
But
love
they changed
stuff
how to
like
deal
that.
with this.
But they got wise to that, and now you walk in, it says 99 cents limit too.
Oh, lame,
You know?
lame. Because they're
Well-
giving you the old, but like,
Yeah,
They give you the bigger slices too. That's what it is.
yeah.
Like,
Wow,
those,
Jersey.
those pies that are meant for slices are a lot
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah, it's
Then
Jersey. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got the best pizza.
yeah,
what I should do when I come out, because it's not an if I come out, but it's a when I come out.
When?
Dude, we should do like Baltimore, because I lived there for 6 years and they don't have any of these fucking rules, dude.
no,
So
Baltimore's cool. I go there all the time.
yeah,
Oh,
so
we're gonna go there and get shot.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's go. Come on.
Baltimore, I
That's
love
what you guys do.
Baltimore.
Get shot.
don't be a pussy, bro. You just gotta fucking come in hard. So no,
I love Baltimore.
Balmer's great, dude. So, and I got a bunch of friends out there, and one of them's a defense attorney, like a public defender. So we
Okay,
got
so
that
we're
covered.
so we're
Yeah.
good. All
You know what I
right.
mean? But no, what I was saying is, there's some places out there that will absolutely get you hammered. So I don't have you guys. Oh Jesus, front of Chuck's house is like straight up whiteout. But have you guys ever had the Lagunitas High Westified?
No.
No.
Buddy. Whew. So, I mean, it changes every year because it's one of those like super barrel aged like whiskey. So it's High West whiskey that they barrel age like a Lagunitas like Imperial Stout in. And it's fucking delicious, but like it ranges anywhere from like 12 something to like 14 something or 15. Right. So one year they came out with one, and I want to say it was like close to 14%. Like it was a 14 banger and 14 alcohols and whatever. And it was one of those, it should have been served in like a fucking glass like this. Right. But there's this place have great wings and a great beer selection. And it's 100% just like a grimy corner pub. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like a Baltimore
place.
corner bar, right? It's a
Nice.
Balmer. It's a Balmer corner bar. One of my staple places that I went. But they would give those bad boys and fill this some bitch to where it was like brimming over the top. You know what I mean? So like a 14% beer filled to the top for whatever, like $7 or something. You know what I mean? Like
I have to
something.
get another beer.
All right, something ridiculous though, to where like you're fucking hammered after one, but like you're like, oh, this is so delicious, so I'll get two. I got two of them, and I tried to walk home, and I lived a block away, or a block and a half. I had to cross the street. Yeah, I had to cross the street and stuff. But like I lived, basically, I had to walk through the Safeway parking lot and then cross the street and then turn and go to my building. And I was like, and I'm going this way, and I'm going that way, and I'm gonna get in so much trouble when I get home, because I shit you not, like I got home and I was like drunk, and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, was like, are you drunk? Are you turned up? And I was like, I only had 2 beers. That's it. Swear to God, Scout's honor or whatever. I only had 2 beers. And she's like, because I was like googly eyed, because something about beer sometimes will hit you. You know what I mean? Like a strong
True.
beer.
You get one that's like a little bit up there. You're like,
I could drink a whole bottle of scotch and be like, I'm drunk, but I'm okay. I drink 2 of those fucking things, like pints, and I'm like, lazy eyed. I look like I caught like an extra chromosome or something. Like just, I'm like, hey.
What are you talking about?
I'm fine, baby. Like,
Talking about Tuesday mornings as of late?
Exactly.
that's why I wear these glasses.
Oh, dude.
There you go.
Charlie, my brother reminded me, because he's like, dude, that's super cool that like you're like sort of hanging out with these guys near the podcast. And I was like, yeah, dude, I love it. I've been a fan for a while, so it's cool. But he reminded me of when Los Gatos Locos came to San Diego a few years back.
Yeah.
Did I think it was Brick by Brick, and you and I were just bullshitting before you guys went on. So we're like, I think Tecates or something. We're drinking Tecates and talking about having daughters.
That was our last time out on the road.
Yeah, we did. So we were talking about being girl dads.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it was cool. We're having a good conversation, catching up, right? Like it's totally fine, totally adorable. And then the place gets dead silent as Chuck, because we have to speak loudly because we're at a music venue. And I think fucking what's his face's band was on. And then they stopped. It got super quiet. And it's like, yeah,
Chuck
man.
goes, transvestite drug dealer.
No, Chuck, no, it's even better, because Chuck's like, yeah, man, just fucking dance recitals and whatever. So it's Charlie Splatterhead, right? Like it's like, oh, it's fucking Charlie Splatterhead. Like I had like 5. It was a wild night, dude. I had like 5 people like be aggressive with me as I was just trying to get into the venue, and I was like, I don't know you, fuck you, you're cool. You know what I mean? Like walking in, like this is my own town. Like you guys need to eat some fucking chill out. And but yeah, like we're chatting, and it's like, and then the dance recitals. It was great. My brother was like, dude, it was one of the funniest moments I've ever had, when it was like, the record stopped, and then it's like dead quiet. Fucking hilarious.
Dude, I used to get that all the time. I get,
The record stopped when you say the most awkward thing, like I just farted.
Yeah,
I had that just walking into a bar one time.
It's like my kids' friends' parents, they'd be like, "Oh, tell your dad to come over. We're all drinking in the backyard." And she'd be like, "Where are you going to need to change the music?" And they're like, "Why?" Like, because if he comes over and hears this, he's going to fight you all.
He loves John Denver. He loves John Denver.
And they're
You
playing
don't
like
question it.
they're playing like Springsteen and Aerosmith. She's like, my dad listens to like Slayer and DRI and stuff.
You know,
He's gonna
if you have
fight
to
you all.
survive a night listening to Springsteen and Aerosmith, that's like better than some of this other shit. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you know, that I can listen to
He's-
Springsteen like 4 or 5 songs. Aerosmith, same thing.
Right. I mean, old
Yeah, I mean,
Aerosmith
we
is
go
kind
through
of
a
cool.
little bit.
I'm not gonna lie.
If
But
you,
along those lines now, when Blanks were on tour, we played a squat in Philly called
A
a
s-
Starlock 13, a squat.
Oh, I heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, we played Starlock 13, and Renee and I wanted to go to a bar, and there was one across the street. It was like a black bar, and all the kids are going, "Oh, you guys don't want to go there. You don't want to go there." We're like, "Why don't we want to go there?" So we walked
Like
in.
an African American bar.
Yes.
Okay, I was like,
So we,
because
Yeah, I
in Baltimore they say it's dark, which I never
Oh,
heard
okay.
of. Being from the West Coast, I was like, what the fuck does that mean,
Right.
dude? It's like 4:00.
yeah,
so we walked
Go
walked
there.
in, and we literally heard the needle skip across the record, and we heard like there was like soul music playing, and Shaft was on the TV. And we're like,
Dope. That sounds rad.
all right,
So-
I know, right? So Renee and I were like, well, why are they staring at us? So we went up to the bar, we ordered a drink. Next thing you know, we're telling the bar and drinks, and everyone's
Uh-oh.
Oh no, goddamn internet.
But it's
buster.
the
It's,
best part.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right. We're like when
This
it goes
this
from being
reminds
like,
me of Animal House. Do you
Yeah.
mind if we dance with your dates?
loving us. And
right? You're breaking out, Tim, dude. That sucks.
Yeah, we lost you
No,
right
well,
at the
now, well, now I'm back, right?
Yeah.
Well, iffy.
Yeah.
It's still spotty. But yeah, no, it
but it was-
sounds like either Animal House or like
it was. You mind if we dance with your dates? Like,
exactly, dude.
but no,
like-
we walked in
or
and everyone
Police
loved
Academy.
us. Yeah,
Of course.
they all
Yeah.
they all loved us there. And like we went back and we're like, why were you guys scared to go over there? Like it's
Bitch ass-
Philly. It's
bitch ass
Philly. It's not like
kids.
you're fucking racist down here. It's fucking Philadelphia,
Yeah.
the city
I mean,
of
there's
brotherly
some.
love.
Yeah.
Well,
Not like
yeah,
it's
there are
Allentown.
some.
Not like
Yeah,
it's
right.
Allentown.
the city of whitely love or
In
whatever.
Allentown, I avoid the white bars.
Hell yeah.
For sure. They're like, you're not inbred enough to be here.
That's right. Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm drinking
Why
this
Why do you have
Firestone
why do you have
water
most of your teeth?
Let me see your swastikas.
Yeah, dude. Which one is that? Is that the Parabola or is that the Merkin?
now. That's the Merkin.
Oh,
Hey,
dude.
Hey, Chuck, should I show them now that we have video?
I don't
No.
want to see your Merkin.
The Velvet Merkin. That's such a wild choice of names. Like,
I have this memorabilia these Allentown skinheads gave me in like 1986.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking
We'll
horrible.
keep that away from the
I do
video.
too. It's a scar I got right here.
No, I got a bunch of like stickers with an address,
Better than
with an
yours.
address in Nebraska on it.
P.O. box.
oh give it. Oh Jesus.
There's
Okay,
all kinds of fun slogans on them.
you guys know how much I love the Peckerwoods. So it's a good time. It's funny. So like even like so, I'm in a car club and like a couple of the newer guys that are friends with guys that are from out here for a long time are like couple dudes got out of jail, so they started running with the AB and they got all the tattoos, and immediately like we're out drinking, having a good time, and some of that comes up, right? Just like the not even like them saying anything, right? But somebody else brought it up, like, and they're like, don't you know, like, don't fight this dude. I'm like, one, I'm like retired and fat now, but two, like, yeah, 100% I'll fight him if he's
Right, I will
a
fight
douche. Yeah, like it's no big deal. But
I don't want to, but I'll fight if I have to.
yeah, like I mean, I'll probably win, but I'll get the shit kicked out of me for sure.
Yeah.
I always hear that a lot.
fight.
We're walking in somewhere and somebody will turn to me and go, "Don't say anything." I'm like, what? I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, no, it's 100%. It's like whoa, because like dude took his shirt off. You know what I mean? Like we're like after the car show, just getting wasted, whatever, at this like hotel that we were all staying at, like a roadside inn kind of deal. And the dude takes his shirt off, and they're like, Mike, and I'm like, it's cool. I already know. Like I've seen, you know what I mean? We're already friends on the social media. Like I've seen this shit. If he doesn't say it, doesn't act on it, it's because he was in prison and it's fine. You know what I mean? But if he's gonna be a fucking Peckerwood, like 100%, like I don't give a shit. And so I'm like, we'll have a conversation. I mean, nobody likes that. Nobody likes to have a conversation. Oh my god, it's so uncomfortable to talk about stuff, dude. Fuck that,
funny.
dude.
Like when my wife worked at a certain place, there was this dude that started popping up in there, and like he was like had like Keystone skins tattoos and stuff, and like he was a real douchebag, right? But a big dude, right? Like this was a big fucking
Oh
dude.
yeah, I almost bought a car off a guy that was. You look like the goddamn
Like-
Rock, but a Peckerwood.
I'm gonna fight this guy.
Like if I had ever been in the gym with the dude and heard some of the shit that I heard this dude was saying in there, like it would have been like, all right, this dude's big, man. But I can swing a 45-pound
So I'm
plate.
gonna grab or even a 15-pounder, dude.
Right. But like he came in one day wearing like this shirt that had like fucking 1488 and shit on it, right? And so she was like, like telling all like, you got to tell that dude he can't wear that here. Like he can't wear that here. And they're like, oh well, I don't know. Nobody wanted to say anything, so she went in and told them, like, you know, and she's little, like Mike.
She is tiny, like,
and she.
Oh. Laura,
but I will
Yeah.
fight everybody.
Laura
I will
also
fight
does
everybody.
not take shit from
she'll
anybody.
fuck you up, man.
I know.
Yeah, I'd absolutely rather fight any one of you guys than her.
Oh, yeah, sure. Like, you can't fucking wear that.
She's a Jersey girl, man.
You can't
She'll
wear
fuck
that.
you up.
You can't wear that here. And he was like, what? Nobody knows what it means. She's like, I know what it means. And you can't wear it here, dude. Take it off, get out, leave, whatever. And like he tried to like converse his way out of it, and she was like, "No." She's like, "It's my religion." She's like, "No, dude, that's not religion."
Oh, yeah, 48. Hitler's my god.
He's like, "Nobody knows why do you know what it means?" And she's like, "I've watched Gangland, dude. Get out of here." Right? Like she wasn't going to get into the whole specifics of why she knows the in and outs of this nonsense.
Right? Yeah. Like, do I
But
look
like,
like
how lame is that? Like nobody else in the whole place would like. They just
If it's
"Well,
the
I'm not
place,
very big
if
dude."
it's the place I'm thinking of, I used to wear offensive shirts there all the time, and I would just get the Tom. Really?
Yeah, but it's a different kind of offensive.
Not that kind of offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
It's
it's
kind
not-
of offensive.
but mine were more plainly offensive to everyone.
Well,
titties and buttholes and stuff?
So,
Yeah, no, yeah. It's funny because
Yeah,
people act like,
but
well,
you
how do you know
scum.
that shit? It's like,
Right.
I'm not a retard. I'm not like,
right. Oh my God, Mikey, you can't say retard.
oh, I'm sorry. Wait, no, don't you rope me into this, whatever Marjorie, whatever her face is.
He's not
Do it.
Polish American or.
I'm not gonna be
sorry,
goated.
Darby.
Now, like my favorite term, because there has to be a term, right, for people
Right,
like
what
that.
is it?
Regutard,
Potato?
regutard, right?
No.
Because you're like regular but tarded, right? So it's not like
Right, you're not like, well, so here's the thing, is like developmentally delayed. Well, no, you're like developmentally delayed, you're autistic, you're Down syndrome. You have a thing. Like retarded is a general term for like slow or
Right.
stunted or whatever, right?
Right.
like
So-
hillbillies.
And if
Right.
you
So, but I
believe,
feel like
shit like that,
I honestly feel like people should be more specific about like if somebody has a disability because that's a thing that they can't control, whereas somebody who is stunted because of their idiocy is 100% fucking retarded.
Right. Okay. There you go.
You know what I mean? Like I'll stand on that platform. I'll argue that one, and I hope nobody gets offended because, once again, I also say bitch a lot, and I don't mean anything negative.
I got the term. We should call them electrolyte.
Electrolyte.
Actually, Bronto. Yeah. These fucking
Bronto,
Brontos rolled up.
I have.
Got what
Like,
plans
Rondo.
need.
Rondo.
I'm gonna say something now, and it's not Groby. Don't get it. It's not political, but it's funny.
Okay.
It's funny. So I got like a news alert, right? So apparently, like, they've arrested a bunch of these people for, like,
Being dum-dums.
Being
Being Brondos. Be a bunch of Brondos.
storming the Capitol, right?
Rondos.
Like trying to interrupt a constitutionally
commie
protected, vote from taking place, right? And they
Mhm.
and apparently they were pissed off that the election was stolen from them.
Allegedly, correct. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well,
They
so
weren't
there's
running.
so
Wasn't
so
stolen up.
well, it turns out that a significant number of these folks, turns out, did not vote in the last election. So,
Well, and that's the thing.
It
Is,
was
it's
stolen,
cute.
but I did not vote.
right.
Well, what's cute about it too is like once you catch a felony, right? And these are all federal crimes. Once you catch a felony, you can't vote and you can't own a gun.
Well, it depends on
Legally.
the state. Some states you can vote.
Well, yeah, some of them are granted stuff, but you still aren't going to be able to own a gun,
Right.
which is a big platform for a lot of people, the Second Amendment and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
All that aside, because we're not getting political, but yeah, fuck you, morons.
I just think
you
it's
stupid
funny.
Brondos. You stupid Brondos.
If you're upset about the results of the election and then you didn't
you,
vote,
Brondos.
because I'm not one of those guys that says if you don't vote, you can't complain. No, I think you can totally complain anytime you want to. But if you're complaining about the election being rigged and stolen and you
But
didn't
you did
vote,
not vote.
then you're just a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Like perhaps you could have swayed that extra 7 million.
Right.
I know I did not vote, but everyone voted in my favor.
That's right. If I would have
Allegedly.
voted,
How do you know that shit?
we got some drunk news.
Oop. I
Oh, I
actually
got one right here. I got one.
okay.
I got the one I wanted to read, which says extremists accused of plotting to attack Newsom, a dangerous Nazi sympathizer, or mouthy
Uh-oh.
drunk.
Could it be both?
Diverging portraits emerged Friday of the far right supporter from Napa, whom authorities arrested this week on weapons charges and said might have been plotting to kill California Governor Gavin Newsom. In court Friday in Napa
See what
County,
happens when you can't get wine?
right? Yeah, no.
Let me
I
tell
love
you
Napa
something
wine.
about Napa. It ain't all wineries.
There's a lot of winos too, but
There's a lot of fucked up shit up in the Napa
I
Valley.
believe that. But in court, Napa County prosecutor said auto repair shop owner Ian Rogers built 5 large, deadly galvanized steel pipe bombs, possessed machine guns, and intensive body armor. Used encrypted communications to chat with like-minded extremists, and is part of the right-wing group that does call itself 3%ers. So there's now not even 1%.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
I don't
There's now
know.
3%ers.
This is a new thing
Well,
I've heard of, and I haven't bothered
I haven't
Googling
Like
looked
you.
it up either, but I was like,
We,
what the
we
fuck's a
might
3%?
find out now. As I read further, it might be there. According
over,
to an
guys.
FBI affidavit, Rogers, 43, made multiple threats and text messages to attack Democratic targets and ensure that Trump stayed in office. Trump! I mean, he
3%.
lost. Come on, get over it. Yeah. In the text, Rogers stated, "Let's see what happens, then we act." And later added, "I'm thinking sack office first target, and then maybe Bird and face Bird, then maybe Bird and face offices." All right.
I don't
I don't know what that
understand any
means.
of this.
Yeah, FBI, but now the FBI is involved, so we'll see what happens here. FBI Special Agent Stephanie Miner, in an affidavit attached to the charges, said the texts were indications of his targets. "I believe that when Rogers said SAC office first target, he meant that the first target should be the offices of California Governor Gavin Newsom in Sacramento. Yeah. I further believe that when Rogers said that Bird and Face offices would be next, he said he meant the offices of Twitter, really Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, that's not too. I mean, it's a few hours drive, but yeah. Mountain View.
Because both social media platforms had locked Trump's accounts to prevent him from sending messages on those platforms. But
yeah, I was wondering what happened to him on Twitter.
Well, the problem was he broke all protocol. That was it. What they would block other people for, they blocked Trump for.
User, like the user agreement. It's like a thing.
Yeah. Trump broke
EULA, end user license agreement.
Yeah, Rogers also stated that he was not going down without a fight, according to federal criminal complaint. But Jones' attorney, Jesse Raphael. Oh, it's not Sally Jesse Raphael.
I was like, no way.
Jesse as his attorney.
Oh my God. Oh, I wish it was Jesse. I wish it was Sally Jesse Raphael.
Isn't she like 100?
Yeah, but she's also a beast, bro. She'd probably be a great attorney.
She's like 88, maybe. I mean,
she was the original Karen.
Yeah. She had those fierce glasses. Didn't fuck around. For sure.
Anyway, Jesse Raphael described his client as a survivalist, family man, and a mouthy drunk.
Okay.
So here goes the drunk part.
Do you guys have a picture of the survivalist that's a mouthy drunk?
Well, I'm still going on the article. We're going to see what happens here. But I'm thinking he's probably not a mouthy drunk. They just said that.
I just want to see the Peckerwood. Like, he's probably like a fucking lame.
Oh, wait. It says
he's a Brondo. He's probably a Brondo for sure.
It gives plants what they need. But when he drinks, he does drink. He says stupid things and writes really stupid things, Raphael said. He said the charges were overblown and that his client was not a member of an extremist group and didn't intend to harm anyone. He entered a not guilty plea on Jones's behalf. Now, I'm going to skip ahead here because I'm pretty sure he meant what he said. And I want to see if there's a picture of him. There is no picture of this guy. So I'm going back because whatever. You know, when we say stuff when we're drunk, we usually mean what we say.
At least 50% of it.
Yeah. But this guy said this shit.
Me pretty much never.
Dude.
You're like, oh, I love you so much.
There's got to be some kind of
just
like,
let me put.
Oh my God, I can't wait to get in your pants.
Anytime.
I'm not hammered and I'm yelling shit. I don't mean anything I fucking say.
Oh, bro, everything you say is true, buddy. Everything you say is true.
These fucking guys with this Twitter shit, fucking crying. Every fucking time that I have been kicked off of fucking Twitter or Facebook, I know exactly why and what I did to get fucking kicked off. Okay?
Mm-hmm. It was probably a threat of violence and or titties.
I broke the rules. I insulted somebody, whatever.
I might have told people I'll beat the shit out of them. Yeah.
Sure.
Who hasn't done that?
But so these guys are all shocked and surprised.
I've told people your kids suck, kill them.
Yeah.
Well,
but it was also factual and truthful, which is sad but true.
Right.
And I got a week.
Hey, before we do another story, I'm drinking something again.
You know what?
What you drinking there? You drinking a cup full of vodka?
This guy's bail was set at $5 million.
And
how much?
A little bit of
$5
vermouth
million,
and a little time.
And they reduced it to $1.5 million.
Nice.
And it's tasty.
So, granted that he's probably a piece of white trash at $1.5 million. Fuck it, he's in jail.
Dude, there's no way you're fucking posting bond on that, dude.
Even at 10%, what? He's not $150,000. He's not doing that.
So if it's 1.5 million, 10% is 150K. No, none of us are posting bond, dude. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna serve my time.
Yeah.
And I just hope my family's there when I get back.
I just don't want to.
That's it.
It just.
This is what I'm drinking now.
Oh shit! I keep bumping this thing.
Well, that's that 13 too, right?
Oh,
This is the other version of Three the Hard Way, the anniversary beer. It's also 13.3%.
Jesus.
This one is a hot tin roof Sunday stout
I don't even know what a hot tin roof sundae is.
with chocolate, marshmallow, vanilla, peanuts, and lactose.
There you go.
Sounds fucking delicious.
This is holy fucking peanuts and fucking chocolate Batman.
Really? It's like
Yes.
a Reese's peanut butter cup
And-
beer.
Yeah, I like this better than the cake one. I like this.
Is there
Yeah.
what is there anything other than peanut butter and chocolate in it? Like flavor?
one. My palate gets the peanuts and chocolate. Not
Okay,
peanut
well,
butter, peanuts.
what strain of cannabinoids were you just ripping on?
Some sort of organic stuff from Oregon.
Some organic stuff from Oregon. It does have a name.
It's
No.
called Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
No,
Yeah.
I was just told it's this organic grass from Oregon. I was like, okay, man, I'm in.
You don't even know if it's a sativa or indica or anything about it.
No,
It's just organic. Like they raised it. They raised
yeah,
it on the earth
it's not.
with crystals.
It's not the sleepy one.
So it's a sativa.
Yes.
That's funny, dude. I don't even mess around, but I know. How is it that you call it the sleepy one or the not sleepy one? And I'm like, is it indica, sativa? Is
Because
it
I'm all stoned and half in the bag, and I don't want to think of the terms.
I love it. I
So-
love it.
The one
That's
that makes
cool.
me not sleepy. That one.
Dude, at this point in time, I would love the sleepy one.
Yeah.
But while Tim's peeing, I can read another drunk news story
Yes,
if that's
Sure.
Look it.
You
Substitute
should try
teacher.
some really good CBD oil, man.
Oh, I like. This
I'm
one.
super down. Like I'm honestly like, I mean, anything that's not going to lose my clearance or my job, I'm 100% down for.
Yeah, because there's this place right up over the border. It's probably about a half hour from Chuck. Makes fucking top notch shit.
It's not just basic ass hemp oil or whatever.
No,
It's actual CBD, high
yeah,
grade.
it's got all of the terpenes. It's got everything in it. The only thing it don't have is THC.
There you go. There you go.
And so I started taking that. Fucking felt a hell of a lot better.
I'd be good with it, man. I've got a hand that fucking won't stop swelling up because I got 3 bones removed from my wrist.
Yeah, yeah. They make all the
anyways.
rubs. They make all the rubs and shit.
I'm about that life, man. I'll try.
It's a black dirt CBD.
I want to hear this story.
Hey, all right. So, substitute teacher arrested for being drunk in Michigan classroom. Now, I'm a parent. I don't appreciate it, but as a guy that likes to get drunk, I absolutely appreciate it.
Right.
Like, get out of here. I would do it too, dude. If I had the substitute teacher, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like, we're fucking putting on the Terminator, and Mr. Mikey's gonna sit in the back with his water bottle and do his thing.
That's right.
All right, so Blissfield, Michigan. A substitute teacher filling in at Blissfield Middle School was arrested for being drunk while teaching Thursday. According to the Blissfield Police Department, officers were monitoring a medical call by a local firefighter for a male subject with an altered state of consciousness at the school.
That
sounds badass.
How the fuck did they know what he was on?
Altered state of consciousness. That's like a serious
That should be a-
accusation, boys.
That should
In
be a beer.
layman's terms, he was tripping.
He was turned up. So they showed up to assist around 1:30 p.m. and determined that the substitute teacher, his name, was intoxicated. Last name Warner was arrested for disorderly conduct, public intoxication, and taken to Lenawee County Jail. He has been warned not to return to the school. An investigation will look into statements the teacher made while in the classroom with students to determine any additional charges. Could you imagine, like, could you imagine, like, a hammered dude just being like, "Your mom's a whore.
Wow.
100% seen your dad a hooker in the parking lot at the pub. I don't care about any of this stuff. Fuck you."
That would have been great.
I had a history teacher like
We would
that.
have loved that.
I had a history teacher who played for the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Who You could tell he was drunk, or at least really
Probably a
hungover at the
degenerate.
time.
Yeah. Probably a degenerate.
Yeah. And sometimes you look, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I fell off a curb." Like, yeah, sure.
I fell off a curb.
Wait, what year did he play for the team? Recently?
Yeah, Tim, were you in school
Recently, he
recently?
was Tim's
I
history
graduated in '88, so he was my teacher in like '85, maybe. And he played for the Raiders before that.
So pre-Davis.
team. In the good years,
I can't remember his name.
Well, not the not so good years, but yeah.
the fun years.
Like
He was the Raiders.
Haverstrom or something like that. But I'm probably completely wrong. I know he played
That's
for the
wild.
Raiders, and he was a drunk.
I mean, a lot of athletes once they're done, they're like, especially if they didn't do the correct things with their finances or whatever, they end up in the weirdest ass jobs, and they're always on painkillers or alcohol.
Oh, yeah, I had two NFL teachers like when I was in
Jesus.
Junior high. My guidance counselor played for the Giants, and he was like well rounded. But my history teacher was a fuck up.
Tim had two educators that failed at their
Those who
chosen
can't-
careers.
Those who can't do, that's what they
I
say.
think it was.
Yes.
My history teacher limped, so I think he got fucked up. Is what happened. But
Yeah.
See,
my
that was before they knew what CTE
Who was that? Diassi
Well, listen,
from the
We're-
Giants?
I've been trying to limit this thing to 90
Coming up
minutes.
close
We're-
on 2
Yes.
hours.
we're coming
Well,
up
we've-
close on 2 hours.
Okay, well,
Well,
that's better than the last couple.
Yeah.
we
Shut
started
up.
an hour early.
So I'm going to do one drunk news story because I haven't done one yet. And then we're done. It's
Buy
enough.
stickers and buy shirts.
Yeah, buy shirts and stickers.
Buy shirts, stickers, koozies.
I
Hashtags
got one more beer to
inebriation,
drink.
inebriations.com.
And
Yep.
everything's on the website, inebriationbeercast.com.
And I'm drinking this big ass beer.
Like,
Facebook,
share.
Instagram, and fucking Twitter.
Yeah, like,
Right.
share, tell your friends.
We're on Twitter. Trump's not. That tells you a lot. So fuck
Yeah.
him.
I
And
got my readers on.
yes, Chuck has
Oh,
his
you got
7-Eleven glasses on. We're ready.
I'm going to do this quick story, and then we'll say goodbye, and that'll be it.
Goodbye.
I'll share-
Fucking cork in this. God
You
damn
guys
it.
want to see the picture?
Yeah, what's up with this? What's up with this Joker?
You guys like this? He's good.
Ooh.
Look
Oh,
at
yeah, this fucking lump.
this. Former Haines City cop crashed into mailbox while driving drunk, deputies say.
You could not even punch any sense into that head.
No.
What's
Hey,
best
look,
though is he's a
no room for
city
sense.
cop that got arrested by fucking deputies, right?
Yep.
So the sheriff's department was like, "Yeah, no, fuck you."
Well,
Exactly.
remember, former. There's a
Well,
reason
yeah.
why he's a former. Look at him.
Suspect reportedly smelled of alcohol.
I always do.
Yeah. A former Haines City Police Department officer crashed his vehicle into a mailbox while he was driving drunk on Saturday, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Deputies said David Arkazeski, it's one of your people, Tom,
I don't know who he is.
28,
I'm from the South Side.
Crashed
Is it
around.
Bulldog or is he-
crashed around 12:15 a.m. on Berkeley Road in Auburndale, causing damage to his vehicle's windshield and passenger side mirror.
Holy shit!
Records show Arkazeski smelled of alcohol, was slurring his words, and was swaying when he tried to stand. Blood alcohol tests performed at the Polk County Jail yielded results of 0.125 and 0.126, according to a news release.
Bush League amateur numbers.
The legal limit for blood alcohol content in Florida is 0.08.
Of course, but those are
Wait,
amateur numbers.
Hold on. That's Florida.
Really?
That Florida should be a lot higher.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
I agree.
Florida.
that's walking around normally. Blood alcohol content in Florida.
It says he resigned from Haines City Police Department on January 8th. He was hired there on December 4th of 2017. He's facing charges of DUI with property damage and leaving the scene of a crash with property damage. He has since been released from jail after posting bond.
I guarantee you, he thought he was going to get out of it. He was like,
Show us melon again.
They're going to be nice.
That dude had one hell of a fucking like he was like
You want to see it again?
jock metal. That's the only thing you think of when you see that picture is like he listens to Five Finger Death Punch.
No, that's a discredit to those guys.
Or Slipknot.
Yeah, he's a Slipknot Limp Bizkit guy. He's a Slipknot Limp Bizkit guy.
You know, I would say Insane Clown Posse, but the Juggalos would beat him up.
Oh, for sure.
So
They dump Fago all over his naked body.
the Juggalos would beat the shit out of him.
I love how you call them Juggaloos.
Well, isn't that what they are?
Juggalos, I think.
But
No, dude, don't ever change it. They're forever now. Juggaloos.
Juggalos.
Groby, the way you say it is the way it is. That's it, Groby. That's it.
Call them Juggalos. Hey, you're one of those Juggalos.
Those fucking guys with their little guy with the axe. Those fucking
They're
Juggalos.
hysterical, man.
Wild animals.
Yeah.
Their fucking shows are the fucking best, man. You got
Do they
all
have
kinds of
anything to do with
lunatics.
the Boogaloos?
No.
Oh, they wear
They're
Hawaiian shirts and love the
everywhere.
Second Amendment, but
What
they're
is-
different. They're
These people are snorting fucking Fago and fucking shooting up whatever the fuck they can have, and their
Remember-
faces
Also
are
meth.
painted.
Also meth.
They're great.
The Nazi gangs in the 80s had way cooler names. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Like Boogaloos and
No,
Proud
no.
Boys.
Yeah, no,
No,
like, oh yeah, no, a hammer skin sounds way cooler than
the Juggalos aren't
Proud
Nazis
Boy.
or anything like that.
yeah, hammer skin versus a Proud Boy. Like,
Yeah.
come on,
Right.
dude.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, the problem is like something you want to laugh at. Like, what the fuck
Right.
is that?
A
Well,
Boogaloo-
especially when
Yeah,
you look at them.
yeah, and
Yeah.
their leader's a snitch.
Yeah. That was in the
You know,
news.
you believe that shit? That's
Yeah.
typical fucking bullshit.
Yes, I can.
You know,
Snitch
overthrow the country. Oh, I'm a snitch.
Wrap
You
it up.
fucking jerk off. Hang you now.
Guess what?
Now nobody likes you.
And on that note, the Nebra Nation out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Enjoy some scotch or beer.
That's right.
Zinger.
Good night, fuckers.
Yeah, bud.
Love you guys.
Later.
Having a great time. Bye.
Good night, you fucks.